Hello, my name is Teresa Miller and I'm a Principal Technologist with Cohesity. Today we're going to take a look at DataProtect as a service. More specifically, we're going to cover how to protect and recover your NAS workloads. So let's get started. First of all, we're looking at our Cohesity dashboard. On the dashboard, you'll get a bird's eye view into what's going on in your environment. From a storage perspective, the AWS tenant that your information is running in, as well as any alerts, the health of your SaaS connections, and how your protection jobs are going from various different perspectives, as you can see here. So next, we're going to go ahead and shift gears here into that NAS element. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and choose Sources. To get started with my NAS workloads and getting that source registered so that I can run a protection job, I simply click over here and choose NAS. Now, an important element to this is that there's going to be a connection that was made between your on-prem and cloud environment to get this going. That's known as the SaaS connection, which is configured and designed to be secure and encrypted. Because that was already pre-set up before we did get started today, all I need to do is select it here. From there, I would come down here and I'm going to choose the particular NAS workload that I'd like to protect. So in my case, I'm going to choose the mount point. I'm going to go ahead and go with NFS, and then I'm going to type in here my mount path. Additionally, I'm going to fill in a description and click Save. Now that my NAS source has been registered, I'm ready to get started with running a protection job to protect all of those important files that I have stored out there. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and choose this ellipsis over here and click Protect. The first thing you're going to notice is I do have some options when I click inside to actually choose that NAS mount point. So let's go ahead and select that. Once selected, I can go ahead and pick my policy. Now, policies are that SLA that you're going to retain your data by, also how often you're going to protect it. So in my case, I'm not going to choose one of the standard options. I'm going to go ahead and create my own policy because my enterprise needs a very specific policy for the NAS that wasn't there to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this. Instead of having it be 14 days, I'm going to go ahead and change it to 21. Then I'm going to click Create. And the last step to this, as you can see, it's quite simple and straightforward, is just to protect that data. So I chose Protect, and we can see that our objects were successfully protected. Now, how can I verify that? Well, we have this activity element on our dashboard here. If I click Activity, I can see here that I have my backup jobs running. Needed a little bit more information, I can click into that job and see the progress of how things are going. And I can get even more granular by clicking into the backup task activity to see this process through all the way to completion. So that is it for the backup. You can see that things work in a pretty seamless and expedited way. Now let's shift gears to initiating a recovery. I'm going to click the back button, and in order to get this recovery going, I just simply need to work from this activity element that I showed you previously and the backup job. I simply click the ellipsis over here and I choose Recover Files. So in my particular case, we're going to go ahead and start by figuring out which protection job I want to recover from. So instead of the timeline view, I'm going to shift over to the list view, and I'm going to choose a different protection job that I had run previously and click Apply. Now I'm going to go ahead and choose the scripts folder and click Save. Beyond that, I do get some more choices. I can restore back to the original location. I can recover to a new location, and we have the ability to do some overwrite, etc. So in my case, I'm going to go ahead and choose original location, but recover to an alternate path, which is another feature you can take advantage of. So that alternate path, I'm going to just modify this path slightly to remove the temp from it. And then I'm going to go ahead and start that recovery. Now, in order to validate that this is running as expected, we're going to go ahead and click on the job. And we can see, again, we have the elements of subtasks that we can look at to get greater detail on what's going on during this recovery. So everything is looking really good so far, and I just want to take that final step of heading out to my share to that location that I did the recovery to, and I'm going to go ahead and confirm that the scripts folder has been restored. And as you can see here on my screen, I have every file in the scripts folder that's been recovered. So that wraps up this demo. As you can see, it's very simple and easy to get started with DataProtect as a service for your NAS workloads.